All right, it's Thursday. Kyle, it's Thursday already. It feels like it's Monday and a half, actually.
What?
We're talking about
What
the
happened?
Kia Rio going down river, EVs creating potholes, and I can't remember the last one. Oh, yeah.
Commercials. We're talking about commercials, Paul.
I think it's the first time I've actually just forgotten the last one. And
Just
something else. I promise. There'll be a third one. There'll be a third one.
All right, we got a little treat for you. We got a little treat for the people.
Yeah.
If you're watching on the video, you're going to get a little hot video right here. If you're listening, we're going to tell you you're going to be listening to a trailer for episode 2 of More Than Cars. Yes, we shot it, I think, like a little over a month ago. But episode 2 has been shot. It is in edit mode, and it is going to drop the week of September 17th, 18th, whatever you want to call the start of a week, a Sunday or a Monday. And so we'll be announcing that here soon. We'll have all of the live event and the premieres and the links and all that at morethancars.tv. But
it's coming.
Those of you that are here now, check out this trailer.
I like challenges.
1, 2, 3.
Well, this is Beaver. The one session that we had, it really helped me.
All technicians have pride in their work, but to have them actually care about how the customer feels about it, that's a whole nother level.
When a customer comes in our store to sell a car, they're in and out in 5-10 minutes. They come in, sign paperwork, get a smile, get a nice score, and they're gone.
30 days in a coma, you lose all of your muscle mass.
All right, that is, if you didn't see it because you were just listening and just grooving to the music, you have to go watch it. You have to go watch it. I don't even know how to go watch it. Is it on YouTube or is it just on LinkedIn?
I think LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram.
You should put it on YouTube too.
We'll
it's such
YouTube.
A fun trailer, and
Let's
it really just highlights. I mean, this is the first time we focused on one store, and it was Beaver Toyota in Cumming, Georgia, and it was hot. By the way, it's hot in Georgia.
So.
but we were able to just tell some of the most amazing stories from the dealership going when someone was in the hospital with COVID, going there for like 60 days in a row, to like a women's mentorship group that's unbelievable. Kyle and I had a couple little competitive juices. Kyle's got his hands dirty in the service department. I did some detailing. We had a little competition to see who could straighten the line on the front line best. We'll have to wait to see who won that. Spoiler alert. No, I won't give you a spoiler alert. You have to wait to see the episode, but you can still see. You can still check the trailer. You can still see episode 1, the pilot episode, at morethancars.tv. And we're just getting started. Started. All right, let's talk about some news.
Let's get into
things going on. So,
speaking of not getting started.
Oh boy. We'll just stop right there. One of the least expensive new cars on the market. We talked about the Mirage earlier this week. Well, this is the number 2 on the list. The Kia Rio is now set to be discontinued after the 2023 model year. So we're just going to go down the line. Their sales in 2022. That's a great sound for this story. They sold about 27,000 of these last year, marking a 14% drop in year-over-year sales. As of July of this year, they've down another 5%, so not looking great. Kia's Monterrey, Mexico plant where the Rio is manufactured is set to be retooled for the production of, drum roll please, small EVs. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Light trucks, minivans, crossovers, SUVs, and pickups made up 79% of all U.S. vehicles. So I don't know why we put that fact in there.
Well, it's because like everybody's moving to SUVs and everybody's moving.
Oh yeah, right.
Everybody's moving.
No
to
one wants it.
And large trucks. Nobody wants the little small things anymore, right?
It's so funny
which is wild because gas prices continue to increase, right? And EVs are supposed to be the thing that like is cheaper on. It doesn't cost you as much money. And now we've got all the $20,000 cars just getting wiped from the planet in the US. It's
top 5, right?
Time.
It was Mitsubishi Mirage was number 1, canceled. Kia Rio canceled. What's next? The Nissan Versa is next on the list.
We're calling it next week. Nissan's coming with a hot take.
They're gonna be like, you know what? Now the momentum's going.
Actually, the Nissan dealer meeting happened this week. We need to call up Damon Lester and be like, "Yo, are they discontinuing in the verse?"
Well, there's two Nissans on the list. The Hyundai Venue is number 4 on the list, and the Nissan Sentra is 23. They're gonna keep the Sentra.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll call that. Verse is gone. Sentra stays. You heard it here first, folks. I don't know. Oh, I mean, everybody's got this thing, EV affordability, but it does. I can't make sense of this world sometimes because like small sedans were like all the rage just a few years ago. People are like, oh, we need more sedans. We need to make more. And then here we are on the other side of this, and they're dropping like flies. And hey, it's just we'll just see what happens. I mean, small EVs do make a lot of sense from the standpoint of like what would be adopted first. The second someone can actually make one at scale.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe if they come out with like a Rio sized EV with a battery that keeps you going for a long time, that's going to be the money right there. I'm telling you.
I mean, look how good the Bolt has been doing. Right, that's the closest we have. It's closest we have. Well, speaking of EVs,
Stop. Segue.
Okay, amidst the rapid adoption of EVs, a recent UK study raises concerns about their potential impact on road health. Researchers suggest that the added weight of EVs, especially larger models, could lead to more rapid road wear and increased potholes, challenging all the infrastructure that is in place. Also sparking debates on vehicle taxation because, vehicles use the roads are paid for by taxes. So now a lot of those taxes come through gas purchases, right? Gasoline is taxed, and that's usually what goes to fix the roads. Gas isn't being bought. The roads are getting degraded at an accelerated rate. Sounds like some new taxes to me. The UK newspaper, The Telegraph, with data from the University of Leeds, reported that BEVs cost 2.32, that's pretty precise, times more wear on roads than ICE vehicle, especially those weighing over 4,400 pounds, which is kind of like all of them.
Pretty much every single one. No doubt.
On average, EVs are heavier by about 687 pounds due to the battery weight. And what they call, this is definitely some nerdery going on. The fourth power formula suggests that doubling a vehicle's axle weight can cause 16 times more road damage. So obviously not paying gas taxes, but tearing up the roads. This is going to happen.
I mean, the EV adoption is pretty strong in Nashville. It must be the reason for all our potholes out here.
I know what the reason is for all the potholes in upstate New York.
That's a totally different issue. Totally different issue. Absolutely. No, we've been talking about this for a while. They've been talking about parking garages, roads, and now we're seeing it's not just road structure, but road like the ability of them to just hold up with potholes and just the road wear. It's especially interesting as really the interstate system in the US has not seen a massive upgrade over the last 50 years. There are a ton of interstates that are just like continuing to retread and attempt to go through that. I don't even know how you start to make concrete like work better for EVs. Like that's going to have to be a whole innovation.
Concrete will be all right. It's the asphalt that's the problem up here.
Right. I mean, asphalt. Yeah.
Well, no, but that's why you see a lot of people that adopt the concrete. Where there's concrete, it's going to actually fare a lot better. But it's funny up here, we in cold climates, right? You have the issue of freezing and thawing, which expands and contracts the road, which makes little cracks in it. Which when cars drive over it, right, they separate all the if there's any holes or anything like that, and that's just going to exacerbate. But I bet in the South, like when it gets really hot. By the way, it gets really hot in the South. Did we mention that?
It gets real hot in the South.
We were in Atlanta. It was 100 degrees out this week. And we came back inside from walking the lot. And I was like, yo, my feet are like hot. Like they're hot.
I'm like, this is normal, right?
You're like, welcome to the South, Kyle said. I was like, I've never had this experience before.
Like you got to wear runner's socks always in the South. There's no cotton down here. You got to have polyester socks on at all times.
Torch those suckers. But yeah, in the heat, I mean, the asphalt gets more pliable, and you think like driving 7,000, 8,000 pounds over that thing is going to make a big difference instead of like 3,300 pounds. Massive. I don't know. It's coming, but we'll figure it out. Just like we're figuring out.
It's nothing to figure it out.
Speaking of figuring it out,
Segue.
That's a C plus segue.
C plus segue.
Yesterday we were terrible. Terrible.
That's funny. My daughter yesterday when we were out of town, she was like, I think I got a C plus on the obeying for the day. I was like, okay. It's great. We're gonna start giving grades for everything. Nathan's gonna be the producer. It's gonna be like every segue we're gonna get a grade on the screen. It's gonna be amazing. So Ben Lab's survey revealed that 52% of U.S. consumers favor TV shows with product placements over traditional ads. This shift comes from ad-free streaming rises and traditional TV ads losing their traction. So here's some of the survey results. 66% of North American viewers ignore their TV ads. They just don't even watch them. Many divert their attention. They'll go to their phone or different things like that. 39% believe TV ads lack relevance and value, and 31% find them repetitive. Here's the top brands in movie placements. I'm going to go backwards in the top three. Nike is third, Coca-Cola is second, and wouldn't you know it, but Apple is first. Yeah. For TV, it's about similar, but actually Dell is in third, Nike's in second, and Apple is in first. So Apple coming strong. I know, right?
I guess it's like
if you look at TV, like basically every sportscaster is on a Dell. Right?
I didn't think about that. I was thinking more like Jack Bauer, right? Like whenever there's a government agency involved, they're not on Max, right? No, it's obvious who we're trying to get some. It's wild. I like this. I think this feels right to me. I hate product placements when they're cheesy because you can call them out a mile away and it just takes you out of the story. You know, it's got to be right, because we understand this and we understand what consumers want, Kyle. When it came to producing more than cars, we were like, we're going product placement. We actually are going product placement, and it's going to be organic to the story. We're going to do our first product placement in episode 2. We'll see if you can figure out where it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Did we mention the premiere? Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What I love about this is that it's like consumers love it. And that's what they want. And they don't pay attention to ads anyway. And so I think it's up to the advertiser to figure out the most unique and an easy way to integrate these product placements into TV shows and movies, because you're right. When it's still an ad, right? And I think that's where we can get tripped up. It's still an ad and it's still a disruption. I'll tell you what, when I watch Ted Lasso, I see every single product placement.
That's funny. I probably don't see
over it. It's unbelievable. You know?
I mean, on Apple TV.
And so I get like how it has a lot of value, but also the way that ads work best is when people don't even realize they're watching them at all, but they acquire the information and they go searching for it anyways. So I think like this continued shift towards streaming, toward like quick mid-roll and things like that is going to force advertisers to understand better how to put products in placements in a really unique and engaging way that doesn't just eject the consumer, which is what ads historically, commercials have done.
Literally from the living room.
Companies like Amazon Prime, actually, Neil Saunders, managing director at Global Data, said companies like Amazon properly monetize it on their Prime Video service with the X-ray feature, which actually suggests products based on what characters are. Have you ever done that?
No.
Do you have Prime? Yeah. So if you hit Prime and then you hit the little up button on anything that has Prime, it'll pull up not just the X-ray.
What do you mean the up button? What are we talking about?
If you hit,
I'm watching a show.
Yep. And you hit like an info, depending.
Like to bring the little remote, yeah.
It'll have like first it'll have the actors that are on screen right there, but they've actually started adding product placement with what the actors are wearing.
Dude, that is dope.
Isn't it dope?
I love that. Well, that's
to Amazon to think outside the box.
Yeah,
you know,
they absolutely they got it down. Well, listen, we hope you think outside the box a little bit today. We hope we got you going. Go check out the More Than Cars trailer. You can just search More Than Cars Asodu on YouTube. It'll be there because Nathan's good at getting it uploaded. We'll see you tomorrow.